Hello, welcome back to the channel. And today we're looking at a piece of American-made cutlery that has been really impressive to me. This is the American Blade Works slip joint knife, and it's boasting some pretty sweet finish and materials. So this is a full titanium knife, and it's got the sheep's foot, as you can see there. It's very slicey behind the edge. It's only 7,000. And it's using Magnacut steel, so it doesn't have any kind of corrosion properties, and the edge retention is pretty good to boot, to be honest with you. Now, this is something where with all these features you wonder how much it might be, right? And I actually was impressed with this. Just coming out of the factory, these are only $160 including taxes. So you're getting a really nice little pocket utility blade pretty much for really inexpensive cost. That's made in the United States, another love of mine, and has some really cool design features to it. It's a very small knife, 3.5 inches closed almost. However, the ergonomics really make up for that. It's a good thick knife, so it fits in most people's hands, I think, really well. You're able to choke up on it, get a lot of different grip points and styles that you need to do. You can throw a finger up on top of the spine and do a nice draw cut, draft cut. That's where this thing really shines. As some of you know, I'm a leather worker, so I use this knife a lot with my leather work, and it performs fantastic. Being thin and slicey and that utility sheep's foot, it's just it's a beautiful thing to have. Now, as you can see on the handles, it had TI pinstriped milled into it. So it's like got a pinstripe pattern that they used a milling machine on, and it looks just awesome. It's very industrial, and it has a great grip, in wet conditions. So that's one thing I really enjoyed about that. Now, the company's, I wanted to talk about a little bit because I had a little bit of an issue with it when I first got it, and you'll see it here in a clip coming up, but I looked in there and I was getting blade wrap. And this happens with slip joints where the blade will smack the back spring if it doesn't stop in the right place. Now, in the first generation of these, the pin wasn't included. The second one it was. However, mine is a second gen, and it was just forgotten. So I messaged the owner and I had said, about the problem, and he was happy to fix it up for me. Has no issues with it. So I sent it to him, and he cleaned it up for me, put the pin in there where it was supposed to be, and sent it back, and I had it back within a week. So excellent customer service, and I was very happy to get it back so fast and in proper working order. So the other thing I had been thinking about is that this is, to me, in the time that I've been carrying it, a modern blue-collar person's knife. So, imagine the days you go to your local hardware store and you pick out a new pocket knife, or your first one maybe, and you're browsing, you buy a cheap inexpensive knife, and it does a day's work for you. It goes in your pocket, not a care in the world, right? That's exactly what you're getting with this. I think for the price point, $160 going out the door, you're getting a really, really sweet little pocket knife that's not going to corrode. It has great cutting performance, good edge retention, and looks cool also, in my opinion. So I think that you're getting a lot of value for this. Speaking of which, the company's slogan being quality and value constantly improving. I think that sums it up pretty well. They're always throwing out different designs and trying new things and trying to improve. So that's pretty much all you can ask for in a knife, I think, and a knife company. One thing that's great and I've really enjoyed in my collecting is getting USA-made quality knives, and this is definitely one to boot. It's been one of those where it's hard to not throw it in the pocket a lot of the time. I carry it usually with my other slip joint knives, and this being my second modern slip joint, this thing is really impressed, and I hope to see some more from them in the future. I'd really enjoy it. As you can see, they're closed with the 3.5. You got almost 5 3/4 length all the way open, and you got a 2 1/4 inch blade as well. And see, this combo right here is what I was talking about. I really enjoy throwing this utility blade and in there with a more traditional style knife blade there on the McNees, a spear point. you know, I have cutting options then, basically. So that's one thing I try to do in my pairings, and this knife is really easy to pair with a lot of other knives I have. So yeah, now as you can see, this slices through paper like no other, and it holds the edge fantastic. You know, that's one thing that's great. You know, the older traditional knives, they use 1095 carbon steel a lot of the time, or 440C. This thing will cut all day, and you still got an edge at the end of the day, not having to touch it up. So you get a lot of the same qualities, but just performs, you know, better in the future. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm coming to the close. I appreciate y'all watching. Check out American Blade Works. If you can grab one of these, I suggest you grab it. And yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of it. Like the video down below if you liked it. And share it around with your friends. Get them on the ABW train. See if they're into it. Yeah, I'm going to sign out here. Y'all have a great afternoon or night or morning, whichever it is. This is Doggone, signing out.